Barb. Say hello.
Hello.
She's like,
hello.
Can you hear us? Is the video great?
Oh, I might need my phone to
The
look
quality?
at things.
I have my computer on,
So
but the phone's probably going to be better.
there's a lot going on here tonight. We've got Misty in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all here? I know we're a little early, but that's me for you. I don't see anybody saying that they...
What? It's not popping
Hold
up
on,
yet.
I'm trying to get
Oh,
it.
there I am. I see myself on Misty's
I see
computer.
us.
All right. So we are doing a vintage live sale like usual, except not at all. We've got a variety of things. We each have brought 5 things. Barb has 5 things. I have 5 things. Misty has 5 things. And fatbirdfinds has 5 things. And George, the antique nomad, has 5 things. So you're going to get a sampling of the thrifting community. It's like Disney World. It's like Epcot, except it's for vintage. How exciting is that? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to take turns and sell our items. So it's going to be good.
Can they hear us? I don't know what they were
Nobody's saying that they can't.
That's true.
And nobody's saying anything. They're just
Hold on,
like,
it's like,
hey,
hey,
trip
hi,
over this
hello.
cord. Can you hear us? We good? Okay, the sound department said that we're good.
This
The lighting
is
department,
epic.
I don't know where the lighting department went. We have a whole, we're coming at you live from the Hampton Inn. So,
We've got Gorg. Gorg is here.
George, can you turn that off? Can you? No, maybe it doesn't matter. The
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start soon. I have some fun things tonight, and so does everybody else. Some very neat duffs. Is the audio good with the air conditioner? Probably so. I just didn't know because okay. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna start with, Mother's Day is coming up
Very quickly.
very quickly. Yes, it's been a long day. I know they're like, I got my sassy pants on.
Well, he had another coffee. He has had a coffee.
When I have a coffee, my pants come off and the sassy ones and the sassy ones come on.
We're all keeping our pants on.
I actually spilled coffee on my pants just before this, and luckily it's already dry. I'm like drying the life out of these, so that's great. I have a Mother's Day thing right here, and Mother's Day is coming up, so you best be on the lookout if you don't have anything for your mom. So I have to come to the like this. So look at this. It says I can't even read that, it's backwards, but look at that beautiful frame right here. Isn't that wonderful? This is an antique, probably 20s or so, 20s, 30s, but it has beautiful graphics on it. Look at the little lamb. Could you be quiet, Misty?
Are
Thanks.
you talking to me?
Thanks so much. Is your name Misty?
Yes.
Okay. But it says mother. I actually cannot read that backwards. I'm trying so hard.
Well, here, hold it up and I'll read it.
Oh gosh, Misty.
To Mother on Mother's Day. Not just today, no, Jeffrey, but every day. It's Mother's Day to me. Your thoughtfulness and loving care are with me constantly. I feel your presence ever near and send you love, my mother dear.
Are we
That's
good? Okay, great. So it's a really pretty frame. So you're gonna get this awesome vintage piece with the frame and the really pretty pink flowers. I'm just gonna go ahead and do an offer up on this. I should have said that ahead of time. We're gonna start it at $8 though. It's a really pretty piece. Wonderful, nice graphics on there. It's a great lithograph. It's also signed.
Little lamb.
I can't even read that. There's a beautiful signature. So it looks like, yeah, I love it. Little lamb.
Cindy's at 12.
Nancy says, how do you register? You could just send me an email. All you gotta do is send an email to my email. Now, by the way, there's gonna be some other sellers tonight, and I have their emails in the description too. So whenever they're specifically on, those items will be shipped separately. And their invoices will come separately, just so you know. So who did I see so far? It went away for me.
I see.
Isn't that beautiful?
Shamada Laura.
It's really pretty. The frame is wonderful. I love that frame, the ornateness of it, the gold, and then all the really pretty graphics on it. It's just really striking.
It's a perfect gift to send to your mom.
I
for
know,
Mother's Day.
and it's timeless because it has so much age on it. It's not something you just went and bought. It's something that took a little bit more effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. So was it the one price that I haven't seen anybody else lately, so maybe
Right now it's at $15, guys.
Oh gosh, Misty, calm down.
I'm just saying.
She's having a fit back there. So, I'm going to wrap this up in just a few seconds for $15. That's a great price, though. So just so you know, you're going to get a lamb. Mary's not a part of this unless your mom's name is Mary. She can have her little lamb, too. Beautiful flowers. Nice little poem. Okay, so.
Last call.
Barb, wow.
You
Barb,
said you were wrapping it up in a
she
few
did. She's
seconds.
over there.
Barb's like, stop.
Barb meant the biz. She means business. That's wonderful. So who was that exactly? I couldn't understand the name.
Shamata Laura.
Shamata Laura. I need a pen.
Oh, right. I need to write things.
Oh, wait, we're all sharing a pen.
I'll use this one.
I can write it.
Okay. So there we are. She's on the ball tonight. Yeah, well, that's her for you, Barb. It's hard to read this so far away. You're so far. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sell another one of my items, and then I think we're going to have Fatbird Finds. They're going to pop on and sell one of their awesome things. They had just got this today, and it's a multiple piece thing. I think you're going to be really excited, actually, because I wish I would have gotten it.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey.
It's so good. I'm going to go ahead and
Yes.
sell. Yeah.
Laura saw it and she knocked Jeffrey and I both down to get
Wow.
it. Laura was like, I'm getting those before them.
Okay, this is awesome. So you're gonna get this tea towel set. It says Morning Glory for Tuesday. You're also going to get pansies for Sunday. And then you're also going to get tulip for Thursday. So these are in really great shape. It's a 3-piece set, so you can kind of swap them out a few times in the week. And you get 3 of them, so every couple days. Yeah, it's embroidery, needlepoint, cross stitch. Has the little cross stitches there. Beautiful. You're gonna get all 3 of those. They're in really nice shape, actually, because there's no stains or tears. And all 3 of them will be $20. And that is number, I forgot we're doing it differently. The 3 tea towels.
Okay.
By the way, anybody can participate. You do not need to be blue whenever I say what the number is. So just so you know, all 3 of these $20, and it's number
3.
3 for the tea towels. $20, all 3 of them.
Corinne
McCubbin. Okay, so now I get to bring on a really special guest and someone we're hanging out with this weekend, and that is Fatbird Finds.
Yay.
So I feel like a host of like a TV.
You're gonna have to go just
Yeah, what should we do?
sit right
Then
there.
there's a separate chair here for Barb. So I'm gonna hang out over here because I'm the host.
Barb's got the co-pilot.
By the way, after this, normally they have Fatbird Find. They have their flippin' and sippin'. Then they're gonna be on their channel like usual. Maybe it's gonna be a little sooner because we might wrap it up on this channel earlier than normal. I get to use this microphone.
I don't think it's turned on.
Nope.
You have to turn on the second button.
That's impressive.
Hello. Oh hi. So is the echo? Is it really annoying for all you?
Yes.
The peanut gallery. Yeah. I will probably not. Let's just pretend I'm
You can
using it.
pretend.
Okay, so
You gotta turn it off.
hello? Okay, good. So so Fatbird Finds is here. If you've never met them before, here they are. Well, you gonna say something? So you're
We're just letting.
I'm afraid to speak.
Yeah, we're letting you MC away there.
well then. So we have here Mary Beth and Laura from Fatbird Finds right there on their shirt. And they have a YouTube channel here, and they also sell with live sales and stuff like that. So this is their first item they're going to share today, if you want to see that.
Okay. So we have a 10 today. And this is
Yeah, we're saving the little set that Jeffrey teased you about for a little bit later.
Oh, I just realized I
In the
kind of
segment.
threw you all. Okay.
It's okay.
so this is DAR, DAHER, container made in England. Just a really pretty tin. This one is in excellent shape. Sometimes you find these that are in not so good shape. But this one is really nice. The lid comes on and off really easily. Love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I was gonna show the bottom, but I've got something on here.
We don't have time for that.
Okay, we don't have time for that. Mary Beth says.
So you say dar, I say dare.
Oh, really?
Dare. I stumble over it every time.
I say daher.
You know what though? It doesn't matter. I just think it's however you want to do it. You do you.
It's so pretty. Look at those blue flowers.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
It's a really fun one with
Okay,
the shape
here.
of it.
You hold that.
Okay.
We'll get organized here.
I love the colors.
Me too.
Okay, so it's $14,
$14.
$14.
What
Yeah.
a deal.
and it's number 45.
Number 45.
Awesome. Awesome. Is it embossed?
A little bit.
There's a little bit of
I
texture on
see
there.
Barbara and Bundo.
Oh,
Barbara and Bundo and Boomdo. You got it, sister.
sister. That was fun.
Is that it? Is it just
Do you
one
want to do
item
another
piece?
one?
2 items.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're real special.
Laura, pick another.
Okay. You want elephant or kitty?
Elephant, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
The answer is always
They're
elephant.
really making you wait for that special thing that I told you about.
Okay, guys. This is. You don't even have to wait for your bonus elephant tonight.
By the way, I want to mention one more time, if you're buying one of their items, their email is specifically in the description, so that's how you pay for their items.
Right. One of my friends maybe out there write our email in the chat, fatbirdfinds@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So that will be for us if you win from us tonight. Okay, so this is just a really sweet little elephant planter. He is not marked on the bottom. He does have a little bit of paint wear, but I
Oh
think
my gosh,
that
he's so cute.
I think that adds to his character. And it almost looks like he has whiskers.
What is he, George?
They're smile lines.
Smile lines.
Yeah.
Okay. And that little guy has his trunk up, so he is all about the good luck.
Beautiful. That's actually a very interesting form. I usually don't see that one.
I know, I love it.
Good,
He's
good.
$18.
This little so this little guy is $18. $18.
Number 82.
Number 82.
That's great.
The fact that he has his paint still.
Love it.
Usually the paint's.
Yeah, the
He's so
cold
different.
paint is like one of the first things to go away so quickly.
Okay,
See, Nettie.
I will get off your
Nettie.
set.
Well, that went by so quick.
Nettie,
Was it?
Nettie.
It's good for you.
Oh, Zena was in the chat.
That was
Hey,
so
Zena.
good. Did you say Nettie?
Nettie. Nettie.
Thanks, Nettie.
So now, would we like to hear from the loud one of the room?
Miss
You're
George,
not
no.
nice.
Misty.
Misty will be coming in. So who are the other sellers? Well, I introduced them before. The one that you just saw, that was Mary Beth and Laura Fatbird Finds. And now we have Misty.
I'm the loud one, apparently.
Yeah, as well.
I can turn my microphone on.
Don't do that.
I brought it, guys. I'll have to be on Instagram tomorrow with my microphone.
Yeah. We had a great time today, by the way.
I used it today at the flea market when I was trying to call
Oh.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
'Cause he
Well,
was
I
a
was
lost
being.
boy.
I was a lost one. So these are a couple things that you actually picked up today at the flea market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're considering these like fast flips, I guess. Like
Sure.
I bought these today, and I'm gonna sell them tonight. Hopefully.
Oh, you will.
They're cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You got your art glass.
this is an art glass. I thought I said penguin. He's a pelican. He's a pelican. Now I don't think that this is not terribly vintage, but it's still a really fun piece.
Handmade, hand blown.
Yeah. This is like an amber glass, and he has a little fish in his mouth. He has some nice coloring on his bottom, and he has a supplied base down here. It's a really fun piece. And this is going to be $25. And what number is this? Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Where's your paper?
Oh. It is number 20. $25, number 20.
No chips or cracks.
No chips or cracks on it. I see Ivy Bell Lane. Ivy Bell
Fantastic.
Lane.
Wait,
Will you write that?
we're flying through this, it seems
Woo!
like. You know,
Well, maybe
we're-
we can have like a little chatty chat.
we'll talk a little afterwards, so don't you fret.
Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Ivy Bell Lane.
By
Put
the
your
way, we're gonna be doing some. I think we're playing a game over on Fatbird Finds channel
Yes.
after this on their channel.
Always.
phone. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And we're gonna be selling some bonus things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, and don't if you are not subscribed to Fatbird Finds, go right now. We'll wait.
No, we won't.
And go and subscribe to Fatbird Finds. They have a really fun channel. They have Flippin' and Sippin' every Friday night right after Jeffrey's sale. So make sure that you do go over and follow them. They're a lot of fun. We love them.
I do think the chat is moving faster than normal.
It seems to be.
I think people are
Seems to
spazzing
be.
out.
Okay, and then also the Antique Nomad. I mean, if you're not subscribed to him, you are really missing out. I told him today that I wish I could just carry him with me at all times when I'm shopping.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, George, what do you, he's probably like, oh, Misty.
No, I don't.
What do you think? Oh,
George will be on next, by the way.
yeah, he'll be on next. Okay, so the next thing I have, I bought this today as well at we're at the Princeton, what's it called, George? The Princeton.
Collector's Carnival.
The Collectors Carnival here in Princeton, Indiana. We went to the preview today when you could buy things as people were setting up, and it was weird because I kind of felt like
We were early.
I was like,
so like
are
a
you
lot
setting
of
up?
a lot of people had things still in their boxes.
Yeah.
One vendor in particular let us like dig in his boxes, and he was like making us deals like nobody's business. I was so shocked.
I loved him.
His,
I want to go see him again tomorrow.
by the way, I just saw something. Again, I'll say if you buy one of my items, it'll be shipped separately and invoiced separately. That email's in the description. If you buy something from Misty, again, it's all so each person will be shipped and invoiced separately.
Yeah, you have to email each person with your information.
Yes.
If you haven't already.
And this is Misty's item right here. Her second item.
So this is a little Scotty dog glass. How much did I have on this? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's really cute, and it has, well, 4 Scotty dogs. Look, those 2 little Scotties, well, you can't really tell. Here, let's use this. Those little Scotties are playing tug of war a little bit. And it says Scotty up there at the top. So this is really nice. There's no chips or cracks on it anywhere. This is $12, and it is number
29.
29. Number 29 for $12 for the little
Beautiful.
Scotty dog glass.
I love those random glasses. You can like
Yeah.
put pencils in it, scissors.
Who was that?
It's Misty Mountain Vintage Hunter.
Oh, Misty Mountain. Are you a Led Zeppelin fan? Misty Mountain is a Led Zeppelin song. Well, hello, fellow Misty. Nice to meet you. All right.
That's
Well, thank you
awesome.
guys. And I think who's coming on next? Is it going to be Barb or is it going to be George? George says Barb.
What are you shying out?
George is being shy. All
I hope
right.
they
We
do
love
whatever.
Barb.
Okay, Barb's
We
turn.
love
I'll
Barb.
take over that job.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay, so now Barb has her own 2 things. By the way, we're each selling 5 things, so we're gonna have another round of this afterwards where we're gonna sell 3 things each. Yeah. You gonna come over here?
I'm coming.
Okay.
But my stuff is over.
Okay, I'll switch sides.
All right.
All right. Did George bring us a toilet seat?
No.
Is that an inside
I don't know
joke?
that joke.
All
Okay,
right.
the first thing I have is something I actually bought in a grouping from Misty
That is so cool.
a while back, and I just can't keep everything, so I decided that I would pass this on to somebody. So this is a little 1915 calendar. I'm trying to see, can they see that? So there's a picture of a man with his car, and then down at the bottom, it says 1915, and it's so complete. It has all the months down here that it's supposed to have. And this is the interesting thing about this. On the back is a random little girl.
She's a ghost.
It's a little ghost girl. So I don't know how does that even happen, but it's there.
I think it
And
just
I
got stacked
follow.
on top of another photo
Yeah.
over the years. And
That makes
it's
sense.
Probably. So
Cool.
what do I have for this?
So that is $18, and it is number 6. That is awesome. Very nice ephemera from the past.
Yes.
You can email Jeffrey for Barb's items.
Oh yeah, like
Yes.
usual, we do our things. Barb and I, we do things together. Trina
Cirque.
Kirk.
Right.
Okay. I
Oh,
mess up things so easily.
Actually, Barb, before you go to your next item, why don't you show everybody your shirt?
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that. We're
She's representing the Vintage
There it
Rescue
is.
Squad. Go Squad. Those shirts are still available, by the way, on my.
By the way, I have to plug my shirts again
Yeah.
because time is running out. I have some shirts. I don't have the example here to show you, but it is my shirt design, and I had it where I posted it on Facebook and Instagram, and you could see what it looks like there. There's only like 3 days remaining on it. Once the time's up, it's done. You can't get one. Okay. So, and unfortunately, I'll probably still get emails like, oh, I want one of those shirts. It's just that's the way they do it. They get all the orders, they print them, and then they mail them in one thing. So it's the links on Facebook and on Instagram, by the way, for that Vintage Life shirt.
Also, before I sell this, I need to say some people were commenting about the registering and all that. We don't, with our setup here at the hotel, I can't make anybody have a blue wrench tonight.
It's a little
unfortunately.
bit harder tonight, where there's a lot more going on, more moving parts.
But
to
if you
it.
email, then hopefully we can get that for the next week's sale. So, okay, and then my next item is a little flower brooch,
Wonderful.
white and yellow, and let's see. So here's the back. On the back, it says something that resembles the word Raphaelian. So that's the best I can do with that. But
Looks like a what are those flowers called? Like a
I don't know flowers. I know
not
tulips.
a dogwood
or roses.
flower.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't even think of it. Like a daffodil? Or something?
No.
No, it's not a daffodil.
Oh, somebody said daffodil, but
Lotus.
yeah.
A lotus?
Yeah. But anyway, so how much is this guy?
It's $14.
And it is numbered.
Oh. It's number 7.
Number 7.
Magnolia. That's what I was thinking of.
There you go.
Magnolia.
I was about to write Magnolia as
I
the
see
winner for that.
Karen Dondelinger.
Karen Dondelinger.
Ooh, a lot of people wanted that pin bar.
That's
It was
pretty.
popular.
You know, Barb doesn't usually sell jewelry either, so that's a fun thing for you.
Yeah.
That's a fun thing.
Very fun.
A gardenia, one person said too.
Oh, maybe a gardenia.
Could be.
Maybe.
I think it's George time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you're ready to pop one out, aren't you? Yeah, you Yeah, so we're having a grand old time here in Princeton, Indiana. It is a little warm in here. Did somebody turn that off?
Well, you told us to.
No, I said as long as the audio is fine, it was okay.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, you're all in the bathroom together?
No, she left. I
Oh,
let her back in the room.
all right. Like,
Is
what-
it everything together?
Put a t-shirt on. It's kind of close quarters in here.
A little bit. It's a good sized room, though. This was the biggest out of all the rooms, and here we are. So, George the Antique Nomad. If you're not familiar with him, you're like under a rock, I suppose. But he is the go-to antique appraiser. He has all this wealth of information, and I think you should definitely subscribe to him because you're going to get not only knowledge with his videos, you're going to get experience from someone who actually resells. So there's a lot of that dichotomy in there that
And he really knows his stuff.
yes.
Well, thank you.
He's a
That's
certified
very sweet.
appraiser.
Are you certified?
I am certified.
What does that mean?
It means that you have to go to a special school and you have to learn uniform standards of professional appraisal practice and what value is appropriate for what situation. So if the IRS wants fair market value, they have a very strict definition of that, and that's totally different than the value an insurance company would place on the same item. So
Okay.
there is
I
not
thought I wanted to know
one
this.
answer.
People are saying
Way
George's
too
email
much
isn't
info.
listed.
Oh, well, it's easy. It's
Oh.
the antiquenomad@gmail.com. So
All
simple.
one word. Can somebody type that in the that's the best way, then you have yeah. I asked, I thought it would be like a very simple answer, but like it's so professional. Okay. So he's certified. Fantastic.
And certifiable.
All right.
Michelle says she's certifiable.
So he has some fun things that, did you pick these up today?
Everything I brought is just something that we found today. We're just doing a
I
fast.
almost got that pig.
You know, it's so funny how many things we brought up together, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I picked that up. Oh, I almost bought that. Oh, you're getting that. I saw that. It was great. We had
It's-
so much fun. I can't wait for
I know.
tomorrow.
And it's great because you would think with all of us that we're gonna be like,
forward.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
you
I
would
guess
think
I
with
didn't
all
work.
of us that there would be some like bloodshed or something, but really, no one said to get on the floor.
It's very. This couch is very short.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, you can get on the floor if you'd like.
I'm all right.
Well, what are you gonna sell?
Well, okay, I've got two things, and so the first one is, I guess numbers I just make up because we didn't talk
No,
about.
no,
who
I
gets
have
what
numbers for you.
Jeffrey's
Oh.
got your numbers.
Oh, good, thank you.
Uh-huh.
We're winging this, did you know?
Well, I can tell him.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is number.
No, you don't do it that way.
Oh.
You
Let's
can't
just
show
never sold this before.
Yeah.
Okay,
He doesn't do life. He's
Do
not
watch.
used to doing life sales.
Okay, so you gotta talk about your item and then say how much it is, then the number.
Then the
Yes.
number, of
Yeah.
course, because otherwise everybody goes, I got it. Okay, that's right. All right. Well, my item is a cute little pig.
Here.
And thank you. And this one is a Mary Hadley. And if you look at the back, it says M.A. Hadley, and that's how you know. She was the woman who started the designs for Louisville Stoneware, and then her husband thought she was so talented that he bought her own factory about a mile away, and they're both still in business. And so people get them confused, but they are two separate things. And I just thought this was really cute. It's all hand painted. It's a little ornament or something to hang on the wall. It is $9.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. I brought things to sell just as I figured someone will have fun for that price. So it's
All right.
$9.
Zena
and
said
it
louder.
Okay, it's $9.
See,
And
the AC is a bit loud, they said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's so hot in here. We had to do something.
yeah, that's fine. I can talk loudly. So it's $9, and it is
$9.
number
91.
91. Barb says.
I
Wow.
wish somebody would buy me a factory.
Corinne
Yeah,
wants
no
to know
kidding.
that is that a practice piece?
No, I think this is part of their regular production. They
Oh my
do
gosh.
a lot of
A lot of
ornaments and
people.
things, and
She is Schaefer.
You should have done at least 14.
I'm
$14
sure I
would've been
probably
great with
should,
that.
but that's okay. I got it. You know, we got some really good deals today, and I'm glad to pass one on to you. So
Awesome.
thank you, thank you.
Someone suggested that you could use the microphone to talk over.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
That is true.
So, can you slow the chat? So you're asking, can we slow down people's fingers?
Well,
you
the-
can put a slow mode on, but I don't know how that even works because like life does go on. So how does it keep like?
Well, when you put slow mode on, what it does is it makes it so that you guys can only put in a comment like every 10 or 15 seconds. So it actually
Oh.
kind of hurts
Yeah, we
you guys for the live sale. So even though it would be nice to do a slow mode, it would actually be a disadvantage to you. So we'll just wing it. We'll get through. Just keep
Yeah.
putting your comment in over and
So
over.
we
We'll
have,
see it.
by the way, 690 people watching, which is absolutely
Wow.
fantastic. And if you're not subscribed, welcome, hello, subscribe. And also, George the Antique Nomad, you can go subscribe over to his channel for more great content. And he's recording a lot this weekend as well. So is everybody. So you can get different perspectives of how this all went down. This awesome trip.
Yes.
So, your next item.
Okay, my next item. We'll hold it up first. I was on a bank kick today. I think I bought 6 banks, so I thought we could share the wealth and put this one out. This one is from the, oh, I didn't look at the bottom. Is it 30s or 50s? It's 50s Japan, because it just says Japan. And if you turn around the back, you will see that there is a slot for the bank. And this is the kind of bank you have to shake the money out of or else you break it. So that's why there aren't so many around
Look at their
anymore.
faces. Their faces crack me up.
Yeah, I like their faces.
They're like,
They-
don't take our money.
Exactly, and we're gonna hide behind this cactus so you can't see. And it is just cute, it's hand painted, I thought it was fun. It is $15,
That's better.
and it is number
43.
43, $15, the Cactus Bank.
I'm the new Vanna. Okay, I'll take it.
And it goes to the Vintique Scavenger.
Well, thank you very much, and this is fun. Oh, I can't wait, now I understand what to do, so I'll be smoother next time.
Oh, somebody's like, I was bossy about it, but hey, like if we have it backwards, then like that would be a really wacky sale. Imagine that one.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. And besides, it's good when someone is bossy with me about this stuff. I'm good with the merchandise, this tech thing, you know, I'm doing my best.
Well, so that was great. So that was round 1. Now the second round, we're all gonna come back again tomorrow, but no. So we're gonna do it again, and we're each gonna sell 3 more things. That's the way it's gonna be.
Awesome.
And your first
Everyone's saying George is so cute. He's so cute.
You know, you kind of remind me of somebody, like maybe Macaulay Culkin or something. If he turned out better,
Oh, I was thinking like the good son.
the good son.
That's
Isn't that
the one where
Macaulay
the mom
Culkin?
has to decide
Yeah.
which kid to
That's
keep, and
Macaulay
she drops
Culkin,
one
right?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I turned off thing.
Turn up what thing? Oh,
So hopefully everybody can hear us a little bit better now. We're just gonna have to be hot.
we'll be hot. Fine. All right. So I have a beautiful. Now this dog, I don't know. The person didn't email me last time, so I'm gonna do offer up again on this one, just like last time. And it is a beautiful pillow. of a dog. So it's a little Scotty dog, and it has the green with the white lines all throughout. It's so pretty, and there's like a little crochet. I'm gonna go ahead and start the bid at $10 for best offer on this one. But he has little button eyes right here. Little button eyes, isn't that adorable? And then this crocheted collar.
Marcia is at 20.
Isn't that wonderful? His little tongue is hanging out, doodly doodly doo, like that. Yeah, Cat Mom, I did, I just mentioned. And the person fell through. So I'm trying again with this one so somebody can have another chance at it. Now this side right here, the, I don't know what's going on with that button particularly, but there's like a little.
We're at $20.
Yeah, who was at 20 though? Was it?
It was
There was somebody.
Marcia.
Charlotte.
Marsha Charleboy was at 20. And so it has the collar. It's just so adorable though. Yeah, it's at 20. And so it has the green with the white grid work. I just think it's adorable. Little Scotty dog. You can put that on your couch and really just make it exciting. Look at him. He's running down the road. So I think actually I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up soon because I don't see any more people coming in after Marsha's $20 bid. But it's a beautiful little Scotty dog. There he is from the front. Yes. So he comes with papers.
George does. George is the real deal. He
You're
comes
talking
with
about George
paper.
being the real deal.
It needs a squeaker. No squeaker in this one. It's all fluffy. Fluffy duffy doo.
Am I supposed to?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it right there, actually. You can type stop. And there you go. That's awesome. Oh, boy. My beautiful little puppy. You're going to Marcia. Marcia?
Marcia.
It is a little warm in here. You guys are fanning yourself. You're making me, like, emotionally.
I feel okay.
As long as Barb's okay. That wasn't. That's fine. I'm just like having a fit. Like I'm hot and like we're just like we're having a problem. I spilled coffee on myself before this, and it's a whole thing.
You want my fan? Here. You want
A piece of paper?
Yeah. It's good.
Do you want my piece of paper? Okay.
I have a fan in our room.
Thanks. That's not helping me now. All right. So
The fan was too loud.
the next thing up is this beautiful Bluebird of Happiness, and we're gonna go ahead. Can we just turn that back on?
No, we can't. It's too loud.
Zeno says you have to take a layer off whenever you don't sell an item, so price it right.
So this is a Bluebird of Happiness, and I'm gonna go ahead and do best offer on this starting at $20. This is made by Leo Ward, and it's dated on the bottom. I'm looking for it says a date, but I can't read that. Oh my gosh, Leo. Oh wait, did Leo even have Leo? Is this Leo?
We could use the microphone.
Oh, no, this is Terra Studios, something in numbers. I don't know. Okay, so look at that. It's the Bluebird of Happiness. So right now I see Annie P at $30. This is the Bluebird of Happiness. This is so cute. I love these bluebirds. This is a good size, a nice larger size. I'm gonna fall over if I don't get some air.
Cynthia's at 31.
Oh my goodness. So, yes.
What's
so,
not to love about a bluebird, Jeffrey?
there are no chips or cracks, and it's a beautiful piece. You can put that in your windowsill, and then the light will just come right on through, and it looks so pretty. I love these Bluebirds of Happinesses. They are just so pretty. And there's the bottom. I was mentioning it, but now you can see it. So there's part of the sticker there, and then like I said, it's also etched, and it looks like it's etched with Terra Studios on there. And it has some numbers, but I cannot read the numbers. They're right there. What are you laughing about?
Jolene's at 32.
Jolene's at 32. Okay. So there's
We're all laughing because the chat's like, turn the air on.
so yeah, this is the Bluebird of Happiness. It's wonderful. Yep. So this is great. You can get one of these, and I mean, I just love them. They have the nice little base, and they're just so pretty. Put that in your windowsill, like I said. They look great.
Ragdoll's at
$40.
40.
So I saw Ragdoll at what, 40?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and we should cash that in. I think we should cash out, or what do you call that?
You can go ahead and just turn it.
What do you call that?
Yeah.
Call it?
You're calling it.
Okay, we're gonna call it there. Barbasol. There we go. We got it. Oh my Lanta.
Oh, my Lanta. What?
Barb's over there close.
If we flipped your phone around so the microphone's on this side, would that make any difference?
No, we couldn't see what we're doing.
Why?
Then what?
180.
You do a 180.
No, we're not gonna do that.
That way the microphone's on this
I
side.
feel like the screen would go bananas and then everybody would, I don't know.
We'll just jump out the window if we get hot. But we can't.
This is
open
my
the
last
window.
item right here.
Yes, it is.
Okay, another best offer on this. This is a uranium glass. Did we have a, okay, this is a uranium glass. Oh, you can actually see the green this time.
Oh, did you have? Okay.
Uh-huh. This is a uranium glass juice reamer. And we're gonna start this at $15, but it is a beautiful piece of vintage kitchenware. So you can see here, there are no, now I wanna make sure that I say this right. There's no chips or cracks, yes. No chips or cracks. And that's what it looks like. Stunning. Stunning piece. We love the uranium glass. That's what it looks like. And it's just really good.
We got Marcia at 25.
Good piece of glass. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Isn't that pretty though? Oh my gosh, it's so nice. So that's the uranium glass. This is a juice reamer. You can make your lemonade, your orangeade, your whatever aid. You can make it.
Liveade, Farmaide.
Farmaide. You're feeling, Susan Case feeling cooler. Well, that's great, Susan. It's coming your way.
It is feeling cooler since I turned it back on.
It hasn't got to me yet.
Oh well.
So it's beautiful. So who did we see and who was the last one, Barb?
Right now it is, I think it's Sandra K at 28.
Sandra K at 28, and we're gonna wrap this one up right here in just a bit, by the way. That is uranium glass. There's uranium in there. It will glow under black light. It's beautiful. So you want to
And
go
it is
ahead?
out.
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, Marcia's
at 30.
Marcia is at 30 for the juice reamer. I love it. These are fun. So again, we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up soon. So I can sit down. Very nice, very nice. I smell there, honestly guys, there's pizza in here and like the stale air mixed with the warming of the room and pizza is what we're getting, is what we're dealing with.
Okay, so, wait.
No,
what happened?
Sandra, sadly she came in a little late.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so it goes to Marcia Charleboy for $30.
Marcia, you did it. All by yourself.
Go, Marcia. Go, Marcia.
It's your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not, but it could be. Whose turn is it now?
Fatbirds.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
It's the
Oh my
bird.
gosh,
It's the bird.
The bird's time. So they're gonna sell their other 3 items now.
Other 3
I'm
items.
gonna sit in the chair.
You gotta be on 2 now?
I'm gonna scoot in.
But you can't see you over
Here, I'll
there.
come.
Yeah, no, I can do it.
You're
I
just
can
gonna lean
lean
in?
Yeah, we can't get too close to each other. It's hot.
It's hot in here.
718 people watching.
Fantastic.
Nice.
By the
But
way,
only 295 thumbs up.
that's appalling.
Hit that thumbs up button.
Do it, I dare you.
I'll do
Do
a fairy. If we get to 400, I'll do a fairyland.
How many thumbs down?
Just 3 now. There's
Only 3. I thought we were worse than that.
You could just start squeaking the bunny and not stop until you get to the
Don't-
right amount.
It's
No.
so cute.
Honestly, it just helps my discoverability whenever you push, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is,
Now there's 5 thumbs downs.
Oh.
they're being
You a
funny.
loser.
So,
Thumbs downers.
no, it's fine. So the thing, what are we talking about? Oh,
Fatbird Finds.
so if you have not subscribed to Fatbird Finds, they have their very own YouTube channel. Yes, they do. Over on Fatbird Finds on YouTube, and you can check them out over there. They have great video content, just like I do, just like Misty does. So there you go. But they've got a squeaker.
We do. It's true.
It's true.
Look how cute he is. We found him today.
Look at this little guy. Okay, so he is awesome. This is going to be an offer up. We're going to only start this at $5.
Wow.
$5 start on this little guy.
He's holding his carrot.
Oh my, yes.
That is a carrot, everyone.
He
It
does
is a
have
carrot.
he does have a little mark on the back of his head. It looks like it reads Jagassa?
Michael is at 25.
Of course he would.
Can you
be.
pronounce that?
Michael Todd.
Michael Todd.
Jagassa?
Where are you anyway, Michael
Is it a G
Todd?
or a C?
He's in
I think it's
Pennsylvania.
Jugasa.
Oh, I
Should be
know.
here.
He should be here.
Jagassa,
He
maybe?
wanted to
On
be
the back?
here.
I don't know that name.
But yeah,
He's
this
a
is
cutie.
this is a real cutie, and he's in really good shape. And he works.
We just got him today, so we haven't even really cleaned him up.
I know.
It's wonderful.
It's awesome. And if somebody wouldn't mind putting our email into the chat, it's fatbirdfinds@gmail.com.
And by the way, if you're watching this a little later and you didn't have the email, it's in the description as well. So there you go.
We ship from Kentucky, right in the middle of the United States. So, yeah, nothing's too terrible on shipping, except maybe California's a little higher, Washington State's a little higher.
So
Other than that, we're pretty good.
So who's the higher person?
Are we still at Michael at 25?
Yep.
There you go. So far, so good.
Okay, Michael. All right, we're going to start to wrap.
What happened?
Michael, he says he likes them dirty.
All right, guys, we're going to start to wrap this up. We've got Michael in at $25.
Ruth Ann, get off your phone.
I'm trying to keep up with what's happening, Carrie. Okay,
Awesome.
going once, going twice at $25. And I'm going to type in I'm going to type in stop. So
that was great.
I've got Michael at 25.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Way to go in there with the power bid, Michael. You scared everybody
Yay.
off. It was awesome.
It's
Keep
Michael.
juicing that carrot. That's what Zeno said.
Oh, Zeno.
Oh, Zeno.
Do you have our prices?
Yeah.
Okay. Our next item is this cute little guy. So you can put your toothpicks in there, or maybe like a very, very tiny air plant. It would have to be pretty small.
Oh.
Maybe a couple of pins. Don't know, but he's pretty small. I mean, he fits, just right here in my hands. But he's a cute little planter slash toothpick holder.
Air plant.
Of course.
There might be a tiny, tiny little flea bite there on the back of his little basket. Right there where my fingernail is.
I love those
He
colors.
is ceramic.
But look how cute he is.
Isn't he pretty? He's $12.
He is $12. No mark on the bottom.
Oh, he's so cute in that green.
All right, Laura, $12.
He's number 67.
Number 67 for that cute little guy.
Adorable.
And again, just to remind you guys, our email is fatbirdfinds@gmail.com.
Sharon Vollmer.
Thanks, Sharon. Fatbirdfinds@gmail.com. You got it.
Okay, now this last item, I swear, I
Oh my gosh.
almost knocked you over.
Yeah, Jeffrey stopped himself. I have to say, you showed a great restraint.
I do that sometimes.
It was a fight at the register. Okay, this is also an offer up. Again, we're starting this at $5. But you're getting a 3 for 1. 3 for 1
I can help you. Well, no, you can do it.
on these little guys. Now, let me be transparent here. One of them has been repaired.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were going over them with a fine-tooth comb. At first, we didn't think that there was any damage, but they did a good job repairing it.
This little guy has had his leg broken off and glued back on. So one of them
Sandra K's at 25.
has been repaired.
These are great little pixies.
Aren't they
Cindy
sweet?
J's at 28.
Show their little faces.
I wonder who made them.
Michael's at 30.
Here's the
He's
other.
itching his butt.
They just say Japan.
He is. He's holding his butt.
Susan K. Nope. Gia's at 40.
What are they doing?
Yeah, and they're all marked Japan on the bottoms.
Japan on the bottom.
Gia's at 40.
He really is
Why am I
his
holding
He's
that?
holding his
I'm
bottom.
like, hold-
You're helping me.
I know. I was holding that in a weird place. I'm like, why am I doing it?
But yeah, just remember,
Michael's
guys.
at 44.
Remember, guys, that we do have a repair on this one's leg. It has been broken off and repaired.
These are great. So nice.
Oh, that's
Susan
so
K is
cute.
at 40.
Put these in a fairy garden.
Susan K's at
A
45.
little.
And
Oh,
Avery's
so
at
adorable.
A fairy garden would be really cute.
Yes, they would.
Haynes
What
at
was it?
50.
Danny, the niche lady, told me that she started doing fairy gardens.
I think it's a great idea. I just don't think I have enough patience for them. Hello.
Okay, how are we doing?
So I see a lot of people out.
Pam Avery is at $50.
I've got Pam Avery at 50.
Good old Pam.
So I'm gonna start to wrap this up. You've got about 10 seconds.
Yep, a lot of people staying out.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
It's a good price.
Okay, so I'm about to type stop into the chat.
Little boy.
While she's typing stop into the chat, everybody, after the sale, we are doing Flippin' and Sippin', our normal Friday night. I don't know what time
Yes.
that's going to be, but it's directly after this party.
Yeah.
We'll have another party where we're going to have mystery boxes, and then we're going to play games.
That's right. So as soon as Jeffrey is done and everybody's done with our chat and our sale,
Everybody's going to our channel.
Fatbird Finds.
It'll probably be like 45 minutes from now.
Probably so.
Give us a little time to
Chat.
what do you call that?
Energize?
What's that called whenever you have a show?
It's a pre-party.
No, Misty. Whenever you have the intermission.
Intermission.
Oh, okay.
So thank you so much, Pam. And again, our email is fatbirdfinds@gmail.com.
Who is that? I'm sorry.
Pam Avery. Thank you,
Thanks,
Pam. That does it for us.
Oh gosh, that went by so quick. Great job. So, is it Barb's turn?
No,
Oh no, it's not. Okay.
not yet.
So Misty found some awesome things as well, and I'm super jealous of this one bird that you have. But in honesty, I got a lot of great stuff from this seller as well, and I did really great work. Really good. So
He did.
we all did well today. I'm very happy.
I'm going to do an offer. I have 2 offer ups and 1 flat price. So the first thing I'm going to do as an offer up is what? I already sold those. Is this? This is I bought this today, and it is a Noritake lusterware planter.
I call it a planter.
Yeah, it's got these little platform things on it. It is marked Noritake on the bottom. Oh, I'm going to start this at
12.
$12. I'm starting this at $12. It's so cute. Look, he's like, I'm like an angry little luster duck.
The color.
Look, he's pecking at Jeffrey's face.
The color is amazing though.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is
that
really
color.
nice. And there's no damage on this at all. There's a little bit of like discoloration in here, like maybe there was a plant or something in here at one time, but
It's great.
he's got a nice hairy chest.
You know
got
what?
little
Like
nubbins.
the little nubby feet just
Yeah.
are fun.
He's got 3 feet too. And he is marked Noritake. Yeah, it was a fun thing to find. I pulled him out of the
Yeah.
box and I was so happy about it.
It's great.
He's fancy, but he's a planter. You know, I don't normally do fancy, but I do me a planter.
It's just so unique, and it's old too.
Yeah.
Noritake has some age to it. It's not,
yeah. I love his little tail feathers.
great.
And I like the dimensions that it's like textured, but then it has the paint. It's really nice. All right,
Very
so
nice.
where
They said they saw 406 likes.
woohoo!
I see that in 417
He
now.
is a dandy duck,
You're a
Scott.
dandy.
You're a dandy duck.
So who was the topper? The top one?
I think I saw someone at 30.
$30 soup beans.
Soup beans! Soup. You can eat your soup out of this, possibly.
I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, so I'm going to say last call. Oh, I
A
don't know.
phoenix.
It could be a phoenix. I don't know.
A phoenix is for immortality. I know that they
You
use that
tell
in
me
Harry
when to type
Potter.
stop and I will.
Okay, so I'm going to say last call. We're at $30 for the Luster Noritake duck. So $30 going once, $30 going twice, and sold to Soup Beans
That's awesome.
for $30.
That's a great piece.
Yes, and they are called Prixies. Prixies. Depends on who you ask, but they will always be Prixies to me. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do are these little Poodles. I bought these today as well. You get all 3 of them. Here is the mama. And I will say that, is that her right there?
Where on the tail? Yes.
Well, you know what?
So this one here has some damage. The other 2 don't, I don't think.
Yeah, sure. Her little tail has been repaired that I just noticed. And you'd think I would have noticed that because it's pretty good. It's pretty obvious there. And then she has one little flower, one of the petals. That I knew was gone, but she's so sad. Look at how sad she is. But you do get the 2 little babies, and these are my favorites because This one's holding like a little, it looks like a harmonica in its mouth.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't it cute? They are marked Japan on the bottom, by the way. And then this one's my favorite. She's holding her little purse in her mouth. She's got her little purse in her mouth. So you will get all 3 of these, all 3 of them, for $14, and they are number
24.
24. $14 for the family of Poodles, number 24.
Wonderful.
And I see Tatum's Farm Stand and Vintage, which is Corrine.
That's awesome.
Oh, Corrine. All right, those are cute. Thank you so much. Okay, and the last thing.
You're in for a treat if you're a fan of Misty.
Well, we're a fan of fairy lamps.
Well, we all know that this is what your
Yeah.
main thing is.
So I have a Lefton, no, not a Lefton, a Fenton. Lefton makes fairy lamps now. Did you know that? No. No, they
I
did.
was like,
They did.
"No."
This is a Fenton Custard fairy lamp. It does not glow. I'm going to start this at $30. It does not glow.
Could you imagine the people in the next room like, what the
Oh, I
heck
know.
is going
What
on?
is going on over there? But it has these really pretty, almost like sunflowers or daisies on it. They are all hand painted. It is signed, hand painted by Vicky Fielder. It's marked Fenton on the bottom. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not, but it is.
Will it?
I don't know.
Here, let's try together. It's embossed.
And I can't tell if there's a number underneath the Fenton or not. It's hard to tell.
You
Just look at the date.
have
It's
Randy
the light's not
Hyman
great.
at 45. Wait,
Randy's-
Blue Flamingo at 50.
Yeah. It's got these beautiful sunflowers on it.
I do not see a number.
And it is on both sides. No chips or cracks or flaws on anywhere.
We're dealing with not opportunistic light
Yeah,
tonight.
the lighting is a little off.
This does have like a waffle.
Jim Rogers at 65.
It's a bit of
Okay.
like a waffle pattern to it, so it's textured all throughout, even though you may not look at it. This is a smooth, satiny sort of custard color, and it has the painted flowers on it. It's really awesome,
Yeah.
and it's just a really great.
It's really pretty.
Very nice.
And the thing that I like about this is that you can keep it out in the summer, but I think, my gosh, it would be so pretty in the fall.
The writing on the inside, I think it's just instruction. Yeah, it
Mhm.
says instructions. How to use your fairy lamp so you don't be bad.
Don't be bad.
Don't be bad.
Use your fairy lamp.
I don't know what is the writing on the inside.
I just
It
showed-
says instructions for burning. Pour 1 teaspoon of water in the base. Position candle so flame is in the center of the chimney hole and does not touch the sides of the glass. Candle height should not exceed 1 3/4 inches.
How
So
are we
there you
doing
go.
on the vids right now?
Randy's at 70.
Yes.
Okay, Randy's at 70.
There are several.
Oh,
outs.
inside the top, it says it is hand painted by by Vicky Fielder. Hand painted by Vicky
I think we'll
Fielder.
be done in just a few
Yep.
seconds.
I think everybody else is out.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
It's
$70 going
Randy.
once, $70 going twice, and sold to Randy Girl for $70. Wait, who? Mary lives down the street, Gia? Or no, not Mary.
You're a bit,
Vicky.
you're a bit loud.
I'm always like.
I'm glad I'm not in like
Thank
my room
you,
right now because I'd be
guys.
like afraid.
We'll have the police called on us. for too long.
Like they're going at it in that room, talking
Oh
now
my
about
gosh,
glass.
no, we're not.
No, not that way. I mean, like
Get your
I don't-
mind out of the gutter.
I didn't say it that way. I meant like going at it, like badly, like.
That sounds even
It's
worse.
not making it any better.
Like, I can't say certain words on this channel. I can't say certain words on YouTube.
Hey, you know what? I think that.
Like an SA, like abbreviation SA.
Do we remember the horrible way Jeffrey acted on my channel one night?
Let's
When it went live. Do I need to go underneath the table and talk about inappropriate things?
Let's not say we did. Okay,
Okay.
Barb.
Hello.
So,
Alright.
I'm gonna eat my pizza.
Next, I have a dresser scarf.
it's wonderful.
It is, well, and we don't have our ruler, but I'm gonna say probably 2.5 feet or 3 maybe.
Yeah, about so.
Close to 2.5 or 3 feet. So here is the design. It is yellow flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers. And little pink flowers that kind of look like pink daisies. And what do you think the blue is? Like water? I don't
That's
know.
interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. But it is very pretty. I did not see any stains or tears or anything on this one. And it has the same on the other side. And this one is going to be, what did I say? I think I said $14.
Yep.
Number 9.
Yeah, we're in a hotel right now. That's
Fun
exciting.
times.
We're not all staying in the same room.
We're not that cheap.
No,
Well, Jeffrey's kind of that.
I kind of am that cheap, but we're not that frisky.
It looks like buttercup poppies, maybe.
Maybe they look great.
It looks like it goes
Buttercup
to
is a fun word.
Let's use it more often.
Norma Jacob.
Norma Jacob.
Yes. Can you write
Yay, Norma!
Norma, hey. So I'll write that down right here.
Oh, I should have done. Now I have 2 offer-ups in a row.
Oh darn.
Okay. So the first one is, it is a lot of postcards. I believe there was 18, so there's
Oh,
approximately
these are
18.
so good, guys.
I think they're all or mostly California related.
Can I bid on these?
Yeah. You're on a different device.
That's
Okay.
true.
Garlic knocks
So this is kind of I have my favorite 2 first. Okay, so there's
Are we
this
doing an
one.
offer up and you start?
Oh yes, it's gonna start at what, $10, I guess. That sounds good. So the Golden
They're
Gate Bridge, I
fabulous.
think. And this one, some have writing and postmarks and some do not. This one is postmarked 1939. And then I really like this one. Court of the Moon, Golden Gate International Exposition, San Francisco.
So you're gonna get all of these postcards for one money.
Let's see,
Right.
let's try to find some
Nettie
other
is at
ones.
11.
We've got Residence of Zane Grey. Who's that?
I don't know.
There's a Queen Mary.
There is, and there's a Nicely Motel.
Sharon C is at $12.
Oh, here's the Queen Mary.
Nettie's at 15.
We have a Flying Fish.
Oh, that's strange.
I know, doesn't it look weird?
Well,
It's like
it doesn't
he's-
exist.
It doesn't?
Flying fish?
Jamie is at 20.
I thought that was a kind of fish.
Yeah, Zane Grey was an author that wrote Western.
Obviously, I didn't mean that it flies, but it's called a flying fish.
Does it?
Is there not?
I don't know.
There is. So, anyway.
Jamie's
is-
at 20.
Okay.
I don't know. This one
Is
doesn't
Jamie's
say where
house
it
in
is.
those postcards anywhere?
Oh
It
my
might
gosh.
be. I don't think so, though. Seal
Barb
Rocks.
is correct.
I'm just picturing like a fish flying up with the birds. Like, just, don't eat me, don't eat me.
This is
The Tolkien's are
Seal,
like, I'm gonna eat you.
Seal Rocks. Oh, what is this one? Viewing the Submarine Gardens. Just tell me when to stop, by the way, if people are
Oh.
done.
Jamie's at $20.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon
yeah.
if you,
And there'll be some surprises. So,
Yeah.
because we didn't
Oh.
get through all of them.
now you all know that birds or fish fly.
There are flying fish. They skim across the water.
They-
Tina Cirque is at 21.
so do they have like feathers or is it,
Feathers.
what do they use?
I think they just kind of
Do you need
like
to look
flying
at this
squirrel. They
again?
don't
Yeah,
really
I
fly.
do.
They just kind of.
I didn't get a good, it looked like it had literal wings.
Trina Cirque is at 21. Jamie is at 25.
I do take things literally, thanks Irene.
Trina is at 26.
I was like, why are you guys laughing at me?
I want to
Like,
see your
I knew
wings.
there was a flying fish. It doesn't really fly. I'm trying.
Yes, the postcards
We're
are from
laughing at
California. Jamie is out. Trina is at 26.
There it is.
You're like having a fit about that.
Jeffrey also thought that eggs were meat. So,
Aren't they?
no, they're not
They're
meat.
little baby chicks.
No, they're not.
They're little baby chicks. That's meat the last time I checked.
All right, Trina Cirque is at 26.
I mean, you see a chicken and you say, what? That's not meat?
It's not.
A chicken? A
Well, yeah,
chicken.
chicken is meat.
And what do chickens lay?
They're not, yeah, they're unfertilized, so they're not chicks.
I'm not going to get into a whole debate about human embryos then. 'Cause, you know,
Okay, Trina Surf, $26.
I'm just like, I feel like they're meat.
Did you type stop?
Oh, me? I'm having a fit
Anybody?
about
Are we
frying
wrapping
fish.
it up?
Yeah. Trina Surf
Did you type it?
at 26.
Hello.
Okay, thank you, Trina.
Goodbye, Trina. Those
How-
were great.
how much
Those
was
were
it?
really colorful.
It was 26, right, Missy?
Yeah.
Trina. Okay.
Trina did it. Hey, that's your second Trina.
Oh.
Good job, Trina.
The last thing that I have is it's an early American pattern glass. Vaseline. Now what would you call this? A dish? A footed dish. There's the feet. And it is fat. Where'd the black light? Oh, it's right there in front of my eye.
This is beautiful.
It does glow. Oh,
It's
hard to show.
wonderful.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Oh, wow.
Look at that
We're
green.
gonna start this at $15.
I love the texture.
G is at 30.
Let's see here.
Pamela's at 50.
Wow.
I'm not gonna shine the light
That was quick.
the whole time, but
Steph is at. No, Pamela's 30. No. G. No. Marla Charlevoix is at. No.
She's at 55.
Steph. Yeah, G is at 55.
Steph's at 60.
That's awesome. Oh, I can look here, don't you?
You could.
Stephanie Rook, 60. Congratulations for doing that.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
no chips or cracks, by the way.
Your internet is slow.
G is at 65.
Gia, you're at 65.
It's beautiful.
Sarah Nash at 6. Just
Uh-uh.
kidding. No. Stephanie Rook at 70.
George, who is the maker of the bowl?
I'm not quite sure. I'm bad on my pattern glass if I don't look it up, but I think it might be Jefferson or Norrisburg.
Maybe
Okay,
Jefferson
cool.
or Millersburg. And you thought it was from around 1910?
It's from about 1910, definitely. It's
Yeah.
in the pattern glass book.
Is there an N in the middle?
No.
it's not Norrisburg. Or at least it's not marked Norrisburg.
It does have straw marks, by the way, but I don't know if I'm going to get that to pick up.
Strong.
I don't think I can.
Steph is
but-
still at 70.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap that up soon if I don't see anybody else popping in. Pop it and
Come on
knock
up.
it.
$70 going once.
Twice.
$70 going twice.
You're out.
Sold to Stephanie Rook.
Stephanie Rook. I'm shook.
Thank you, Stephanie.
At $70. That's what it was, yeah. Fantastic.
Beautiful bowl, Barb.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thanks, everyone.
So who is next?
I think it's me.
I think it's someone named the Antique Nomad, of course.
Okay. Well, we'll bring some stuff over here.
So here's your phone.
Now you know why I wanted to be last. I wanted to watch everybody do this so I could.
And yet, when the first thing you did is you asked for things backwards.
I know.
All right, so
Backwards is us.
okay, so you got George is back with 3 more fun things. Go for a walk. Thanks. I'm not going to though. Okay, so George is back with 3 things, and he's going to sell them right now. Some really interesting things. So why don't you go ahead and tell us?
Okay, let's start with Western, because the last thing we did was Western, and this little dude is Francoma, and this is where they use that rutile chemical, so you get this variation in the glaze, and it's the dark brown color, and it is the middle period because it's got that red clay. So that's what they call Sepulpa. That's the town in Oklahoma where they made this flight of them, and I just think they've got great design. They've been out of business for, gosh, about 15 years, and so people are really catching on to the fact that they don't make this anymore. And this little guy I am offering for a whopping, Jeffrey's going to say it's not enough.
14?
Yes.
Oh, so right.
So $14, and this is number
55.
55. $14.
Yeah, that's
That was a
So
guess.
cute.
I'm so happy.
That was a good guess. And
Did you say Francoma? It's
Francoma, yeah.
I would say Francoma.
Well, it is Frank. It was John Frank was his name, and it was Oklahoma, so it is Francoma, and I just sort of mush it together because I'm from the West Coast and we have sloppy accents there.
Emlyn Newton.
Emlyn Newton.
Yeah, I almost
Bump,
got that
bump, bump,
too.
bump.
Yeah, this is
You
so
got it.
funny. Another thing that we both saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was it's just
Fair
happened all
color.
day long. but there was enough for all of us. This show
There
was really
was.
fun.
It's a
It
great
really
show.
has worked out.
We're gonna go
and
back tomorrow morning.
That's right. We're going to see what they set up because we got to go during their setup, and so that was an experience because half of them the stuff was in boxes, and we're
Yeah.
like digging through it while they're digging through it. I'm usually a dealer on the other side of the thing, and it's really nerve-wracking. So to be the shopper was really great. Okay, the next one I think we'll do an offer up.
This is great.
This is a pretty piece. This is Victorian glass. This is from about 1880 or 1890. It's Bristol Glass. So they would have done this, they blew it in a mold and then they would cut it off here. That's why you don't see a pontil mark. But they even went to all the trouble to do the gold edge. And then here's the top. It's like a minaret or a knob. Thank
So
you,
it's
Jeffrey.
flashed and etched.
And what do you
Beautiful.
want to start this at?
I would like to start this at, oh yeah, that's right.
This is
So
a
we
ruby
can actually
flash,
do-
by the way. I saw somebody ask the color.
Yeah, it's we're going to start this at $15, and it is actually it is a ruby flash of a sort, but it's actually what they call pigeon blood, which is a terrible sounding name. But
Oh, no.
it was a very particular color. It's got just a little bit of a ruddiness to it if you look at it, and it's got designs all the way around.
I was gonna say it's not as vibrant as a ruby, so you're calling this
Anti-Christian,
specifically
Pigeon blood.
pigeon blood.
Yeah, yeah.
Judas
'cause
Schaefer's at 40.
It was hard to make this kind of glass then, and it's just a sweet little dresser jar, and I almost never see them in good condition. People would drop the
It's got a
lids on them
bird.
and break them, and it's got a bird. You know what they said on Portlandia, put a bird on it.
Now, didn't they
They
didn't
did.
they
My
make
mom
this?
just bid $40 on that jar.
Oh gosh, thanks Joy,
awesome.
nice to see you.
Didn't they make this color with gold? Wasn't that part of to make red?
Well, that's why they did the flash, because to do red in the glass, they had to use gold. So they figured out ways to fire on colors, kind of like Carnival glass does, that didn't require the gold because it was so expensive to do.
Steph Rook is at 45.
It's wonderful. It's
Same
all
floor's at 50.
it's hand blown, which is awesome. It's very nice.
I just think they're pretty. They made them in the U.S. and they made them in England, and nobody knows which came from where. There's no way to tell, because what we did is we went over to England and said we want to make those there, and we hired the people and helped them immigrate, and then told them to copy the English stuff exactly. And the English hate that.
Very nice.
Sandy 4 is at $50.
So you can see there it's etched. There we go. Now you can see it's really focusing. There's the etchings and then the ruby, the ox blood. What did you say?
Pigeon blood.
Pigeon blood. Coloring, not literally.
Not literally pigeon blood.
Yes. Somebody asked, is Bristol the maker or something? right?
Bristol is a town in England where they made these originally, and then they were made in New England as well.
Gia
So-
Schaefer's at 55.
They all call them Bristol Glass because that's the only name we know for them, because nobody knows who made which.
There you go.
So it came from one side of the pond or the other, but since we got it in Indiana, I'm guessing it probably came from our country.
So who do we have right now so far?
Gia Schaefer's at 55.
So right now 55 is the high. And if I don't see anybody soon, we'll probably start wrapping this one up.
And going, and gone. Well, thank you very much. That's exciting. I'm glad you're getting it. Someone asked if I sell online. I do a little.
They also asked if you do appraisals.
And I do appraisals. Yes, I do. You are welcome to contact me, and my email, which is also for this, is theantiquenomad@gmail.com. I do some eBay. I'm a little, I mean, I always have stuff up, but I'm kind of sporadic about when I do it. But I promise I'll let you know. If you are on my channel, I'll let you know when I'm dropping things.
There you go.
And my last thing, just for cute.
Lovely.
Yeah, I just love these guys. They are salt and pepper shakers. They don't have a mark. They probably came from Japan. One of them's got the cork stopper. I always get a kick out of, if you find these in the original box, they have a little tag that says, if we forgot to put the cork stopper in, please just use Scotch tape. So they were, they weren't necessarily that concerned about, and most people have never used these. They're just really fun to decorate and pull.
By the way, if you get anybody's stuff, they have their, each person, each reseller here is selling things separately under their own email. So for George's items, the last time, all his items, you go ahead and send him an email, and your email is
theantiquenomad@gmail.com.
yes. So that's the email for his specific items, and he's going to ship those out and invoice those out
They
separately.
almost look like spongeware.
Do you have a
kind of.
standard price for your appraisals?
Appraisals depend on, it's usually an hourly fee, and but you know, it kind of depends if I'm doing a verbal thing that I'm just sort of giving you an estimate. You know, that's not going to be the same price as if I have to do a formal report.
There's like different layers of like, if it's how in depth, I guess you go.
How in depth you go. And a formal report is usually something you just need if your insurance company wants it, or the IRS wants it, or your lawyer wants it, or the estate wants it. Otherwise, most people just want, you know, a value estimate, you know, like you're just telling them, and that's not as expensive as if you have to have a report.
There you go.
And anyway, here's these. They are going to be...
I'll show you closer while we
Thank
get the
you.
price. So these are yours, right? And
They're mine,
You're the
yeah.
person that knows the price, but
I'm
do you
the
want me to
person who
tell you
knows
what
the
it
price.
is? Or?
No. Yes. I was thinking a little less. How about 14 again?
Okay. So $14 for the pair. This
I'm
has
all
that.
about value.
This has the sponging technique on it, in that red color. Very nice. So you're going to get a pair of them for $14. Salt and peppers. They have no chips or cracks, and that is number
81.
81.
There you go. Those are adorable. They have little blue bow ties on. Is that your last item?
That's the last item.
Well, awesome. I see.
Tammy.
No.
That's the
no,
wrong number.
Wrong number.
I see crazy.
Crazy little critters and vintage collectibles, Juliet.
My goodness, that's a long name. And you
That's
thought
my
Thrift
name.
Junker Vintage Hunter was a long name. Okay.
George, Tiger wants to know if, I think it was Tiger, do you appraise books?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a general appraiser. I appraise anything, and if I'm not able to, then I will refer you to someone who can.
Yes, there you go. Well, that's awesome. So if you are not subscribed to George, his YouTube channel is called The Antique Nomad here on YouTube. That's awesome.
Thank you. This is so much fun. Oh my
Yay.
gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. This is great.
Very good. So,
So now I think the lovely Barb should sit
Oh,
next to you so
it's
you can
Barb's
do your
turn, right?
wrap up.
We're all done.
oh,
so
did everything sold?
Yeah.
Everything sold.
Look at me. All right. So now we're gonna do a little post-show chit chat, and then we're gonna go head over on to fatbirdfinds YouTube channel.
Woohoo.
Does anyone, if anyone has any questions for
Yeah, we'll
anybody?
do a little fireside chat, air conditioner chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got, like I said, we have George here. He is you're a light, what did you say? Certified appraiser. So you have any general overview?
Should I move the camera? Like,
Yeah. Maybe
We'll go ahead
over
and move
there,
it
and
back,
then
and
you
then we
can
can
see all
all
of
in
us.
frame.
Yeah. So hang on, everybody. You're gonna watch us disappear into the distance for a second.
Sure. Very good.
There we go. Yay. So yes, we really are all in one little hotel room.
But you're gonna have to speak up because it's further.
Oh, and that thing will probably have to be turned off now. Again.
Yeah, just turn
it's
it
so
off.
right next to it. This is a
Thanks,
problem.
Mark. Misty's husband is a wonderful guy who is hiding off camera, but he is done so much
Yeah, look,
Please,
it's so
please.
poor. Yeah. I don't think it
I literally
show any
here.
of
I'll
this.
have to just get closer. I think. So, okay, this is interesting,
but
Mark.
now I can't see the screen.
And we get to see more of Mary Bessie.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I'm over here and read this now. Now it says, what is what's on your list of things to find this weekend? Anybody have some things they want to look for?
Oh yeah, there is actually something I saw today, and the guy had already left his booth. I have a really great fire hose nozzle that I just got at an auction, and I have the fire hose, and he's got the thing that holds it, and I want it.
Awesome.
But he
Very
wasn't there to
cool.
ask.
George, and here's another question for you specifically. I know you wrote the book on treasure craft. Are you writing any others?
Oh, you know, I'm tempted. The funny thing is, the book that I actually was asked by somebody to write next was on pixies.
Oh,
Pixies and
really?
stripes and elves, and I think that would be really
Well,
fun.
Barb currently has a plate full of pizza, and I don't
you
think
took
I
my shape.
I don't
Love
think
that.
she wants. I mean, I'm trying to read this though.
What do they want me
There's
to
that
do?
share there.
They just want
Yeah.
you.
Not eating my pizza.
What is your dream
They
find?
want you on screen.
General question for everyone.
They can watch you eat
Ooh.
pizza. I bet
What's
some people
your
will be
dream
like, "Oh,
find?
there
Do
she
you have an idea?
is, eating her pizza."
I'll be there soon.
I don't know.
Oh,
Let me
Sue.
think about that for a second.
Get your mind out of
That's
the
a
gutter.
hard question. It really is.
I'm still looking for a vintage surfboard. That's high on my list.
Do you know how to surf?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm looking for a honestly, I'm looking for a Will George open wing flamingo, which is like ridiculous to find, but we'll see.
I'm
Like,
looking for Rushton's.
Bart, would you like to come in here?
Okay.
Now she's rolling.
What
Well,
are you looking for?
I like
Rushton's,
babies.
Like Rushton Santa's.
Miss
Naked
Taylor.
Cupid babies.
oh no. They wore your shirt today, Misty. It's very soft.
Thank you.
This is such an interesting dichotomy. All of us just like in a campfire round circle setting.
We are eating a local pizza place called Susan's
Bobies.
Bobies. It's very good.
It is.
It was very good.
We are going to be selling on Fatbirdfinds. We're going to be each selling.
Well, it might be a surprise.
It's okay. Go ahead. Tease it.
Guess what? Have you ever watched Fatbirdfinds? And if you have, you might know something that happens over there that's sort of mysterious, and that could be happening as well.
I can't see Laura's face.
Where is she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I can't get it
Wanna go on the floor?
I can see it on mine.
Can you lower your seat any? I don't know.
Oh, Mark's in the background too.
Someone said, when you
Uh,
shop, do you typically pay in cash?
I do not.
Typically.
I want to report
You do?
everything
At the flea market.
Well, yeah, at the flea market,
Oh.
but I take the money out of my business account.
for sure. The most I can do things with either check or credit card, I will, because then you can follow the money, and especially on a credit card, you get those points, and that's great. So, but it's all under a business account number.
I track everything, and it's not that I don't report it, but the reason I bring cash is because I do a lot of shopping at estate sales and shows and flea markets where either they don't have time, some of the older dealers don't have the way to process, they don't have a cash app, they just don't have any other way to take the money, and I don't want to miss out on being able to buy, so I usually do bring cash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but I think it's very important for you. If you're going to resell, I always think it's very important to have a separate account, separate from your home, a separate account for your business.
If you're gonna do it for the full time, you
Yeah.
want to make sure you can follow the money around and see if you're profitable or if you're just flopping.
Toledo asked a
Um,
Right.
There was a question about the best day to thrift. That's an interesting question. Like, when is the best day of the week? I personally think Thursday or Friday.
That's what I like.
Because what you can do, and this applies to estate sales, you're going to find the estate sales that are just starting, and pretty much all you're going to find there are, retired people or straight up resellers, and it's not for the general public as much as it would be on a Saturday when everybody's off work pretty much.
The other thing is, if you are in an area and there's a thrift store you like and you find things, ask them when they restock, because certain thrift stores, sometimes if they get if they're run from a region, the stuff goes to the regional center and then they get it that store called Tuesday morning. Well, they called it that because the deliveries always came Tuesday morning and that's when people wanted to be there. Well, thrift stores, a lot of them are the same way. So they may do their heaviest restocking on one particular day of the week, and if you ask them, they'll tell you. And if you go, you'll see all the other resellers ask them too.
I can just open this window.
You can't open the window.
Why not?
Because they
They're
don't
gonna
like
yell
us
at
You
to
don't
jump
want you to jump out of the window, Jeffrey.
But
It's
it
not
looks
that
like you can
bad.
open it. So they're not made to really open?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Toledo Antiques asked, what was the most expensive thing that you've ever appraised?
Oh, $1 million worth of military vehicles and
What?
stuff in a guy, it was a divorce appraisal. He had half of them in Seattle, and then when the divorce was happening, he stole money out of the account and then bought a garage in Indianapolis and was hiding another $500,000 worth. So
Wow.
that was
That's
an interesting
amazing.
appraisal.
Goodness.
And a little dangerous. The police actually had to join me for that one.
Says you'll never be the same after tonight. Are we going to be a bad influence? Is that
Someone
what-
asked, are Bird Finds longtime friends?
Yes, we are. We've been friends for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We met at a previous job that we had.
Yeah, Paducah. We're from Paducah, Kentucky. The Quilt City, USA, and we worked at the quilt show.
Yes.
So we traveled and everything, and worked in the quilt show offices all year round.
And the quilt show is amazing,
It
by
is
the
amazing.
way.
Oh yeah. If you're ever in Paducah, make sure you go to the Quilt Museum. It's phenomenal.
Even if you don't quilt, I never did quilt. we both bought sewing machines while we worked there, and I still don't quilt, but I love them.
And if you think that quilts are fussy old things that grandmas have, which sometimes they are, and those are really cool too, but oh man, they had amazing things. They are works of art, and some of them are ultra modern. I mean, it was not what I expected at all.
Someone had asked, what is cheaper to use as filler, paper or peanuts?
Ooh.
Paper.
I hate peanuts.
I would probably agree paper. Even if it's a little bit more expensive, paper.
And your
Use
customers
paper.
will be happier that you use paper. 'Cause
Nobody wants peanuts.
packing peanuts are
No good.
They're static and they stick together and they just fall all over everything.
You know, I would like to be diplomatic if you're using them, but honestly, I'm over it. I'm just telling it like it is. They're junk. Don't use them. Like,
And they're
tell us what you
styrofoam, so
really
they're
think.
nasty.
if you get them from somebody, okay, use them, recycle them. But like to go out and buy them and use them on a daily basis, I couldn't get behind that. Sorry. Don't do it.
Somebody asked if there was a state where you cannot find good items.
Indiana.
That would
At
Yeah,
the thrift store.
Miss-
At the thrift store.
Oh,
At
okay.
Goodwill. At Goodwill.
I actually don't know if there is a state. I've been to every state and I even found things in Alaska and Hawaii and I did not expect that. So if you look hard enough, there's stuff everywhere. You just have to turn over a few more stones. Sometimes it's easy and obvious. You know, in California, you go to the Rose Bowl swap meet when that opens again and there's, 1,000 dealers and it's every month. It's easy. In Hawaii, you had to find the one town where the 3 antique dealers were, but they had amazing stuff and the prices were good. I even bought stuff in New York City. That was what really blew me
Oh, wow.
away, that you could shop in New York City and get great deals on cool stuff in Manhattan.
I did see somebody asking about the paper. You can get paper, by the way, from, well, most places you can go to the local newspaper print shop, and they'll have what you call end rolls, where after they get done printing a run of newspapers, they're left with a little bit of paper on the end, and it just costs prohibitive to start the next run with whatever's left because it's going to quickly run out and they're going to change it. So they'll pull that roll off, and you'll be left with unprinted newspaper. And I pick up that from the newspaper print shop. I pay for it, but it's not that much, and I will use that in my shipping. And it doesn't have ink all over it, which is nice.
Yeah, ink is great. The ink newspaper, if you want to crush it and put it into the bottom of the box, but don't wrap the stuff in it because it's amazing how much stuff that can ruin. That ink can get into ceramic and glass and things you would never think were porous.
You can use just wrap it in bubble wrap first or tissue paper, then you can use that. that stuff.
And here's one thing too. Make sure that when you're shipping something that you're not shipping something that is like a little small thing like this in a box that's too big, because you're going to charge your customers way too much. So it's always important to make sure that you're shipping your item in an appropriate size box. You don't want it to be, because not only are the boxes charged by weight, they're charged by dimensions too now. So how the bigger your box is, the more expensive it's going to be to ship.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You make your customers mad.
It's hard.
They
Things are
wanna
going so
buy from you again.
quickly. So bummed you'll be missing the extravaganza. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a pop-up shop coming up in May 15th and 16th over in Summerfield, Illinois. My shop that I bought in November, I'm just now coming around to doing a pop-up event there, and Missy's going to be there. She's coming down. It's
Fatbirdfinds are going to be there.
They are. I'm not sure like the extent of it, like what day or time or anything, if people are trying to catch specific people. So, but yeah, you might be lucky enough. And then you can see some of us.
Scott asked, why has Tana become so popular? Is it rare or common?
It's pretty common relatively, but there are some scarce pieces. I think it's become popular because it was sort of overlooked for a long time. And so in some ways, common, quote unquote, is good because you can put a collection together. It's not so rare that you can't get 8 or 10 interesting pieces and put a collection together. And it's got a good story. It was actually a guy from Kansas City who went to Mexico in the 60s, found this craft town, and liked what they were doing, but they were doing everything with lead in the glaze, and he showed them how if they turned the furnaces up and used different clay that they could cook it and not use lead, and all of a sudden you could make dinnerware and all this other stuff, and it really took off. And his name was Ken Edwards. He's still alive, and the stuff marked KE on the bottom is worth a little bit more because of it.
And you can tell the difference in his painting style versus other. It's more of a glossy, and he does a lot of owls.
Lots of owls.
I need to ask you about something. I don't know if you have the answer right now, but I have a Tana piece. It's a terracotta piece. It's painted. I just put the black light on it, and I think it's the red. One of the colors like illuminated ridiculous, and I don't know why.
It probably has a little bit of uranium oxide in the paint.
In the red paint, or I
In
think
the
it was
red-
red.
in the red
It was
glaze,
crazy. I'll sell
But
it
I think
eventually.
that the whole Tanala thing, I think that Mexican pottery and Italian pottery and kind of those, I think those are kinds of things that
It's
are coming
pretty.
back on
And it's all
trend
hand
again.
painted. It's
Yeah, hand
earthy.
painted,
It's earthy,
earthenware.
which we haven't had in a while, and it's coming back.
Yeah.
It fits in the bohemian.
Because redware had made a little bit of a comeback then too. So I
Mhm.
think a lot of the earthenware.
Does it have to
pieces-
say Tanala? No,
No,
it can say just
Mexico.
Mexico.
And there's a difference between the newer Mexican pottery and older Mexican pottery. The newer one is very like garish colors. It's like very
Mhm.
bright
Wow.
Do you have a,
oranges
do you
and
have a
yellows.
photographic memory, they ask?
You know, I talked to someone who really does, and after they define what that means, I don't. Photographic memory apparently is like you conjure up a picture in your head and you're like reading off
You know
the
what I
picture
think
in
helps
your
George
head.
the most is the fact that he has done appraisals, written appraisals, and then you have to look up information. And not only that, then you have to sort of like take the information that you learned and then kind of rewrite it for somebody. And I think that will stick. It's kind of like doing little mini book reports all the time.
That
Yeah.
really is true, and I know a lot of people who start doing appraisals and then they realize it's like a book report and they don't like it and they quit. But it's true. That and estate sales, I conduct estate sales too, and because of that, you're exposed to things that you wouldn't seek out yourself. Because all of a sudden you're in a house and it's like, oh, they have 50 pieces of Victorian art glass. Well, I never see Victorian art glass, but now here's this big collection and I can see it all side by side. It's a great way to learn.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
like-
like telling people to go to antique shows, go to antique malls. Even
Yes.
even as a reseller, if it's more money than you want to spend, it's a great way to see collections of things and learn what's out there.
Do you all mail everything priority no matter what?
No.
No, I do not. Like books? Okay, books can go media mail, by the way. So that's its own mail class, and it's generally cheaper than first class, generally. And otherwise, it depends on the weight of items. Now, you do lose some of the insurance properties whenever you send things first class. You don't get that. I don't think you get tracking, do you?
You
Or
get
do you-
tracking, but I don't
But
think
not
you
insurance.
get
But not
the
insurance.
Yeah.
Which insurance is kind of a joke as far as the.
Well,
Yes, good.
It used to be more straightforward, but it's not anymore. They said, how do you become a certified appraiser?
You have to have you have to have at least 3 years experience in the antique business in some way, because they don't teach you that much. I mean, you can take follow-up courses about the product, but it's really more about the methods and ethics and practices. So you have to have previous experience, because they're not there to teach you what is this. They're there to teach you how to do the report and what value you use in what situation. So that's what it's really all about.
It's
So
like the ethics and morality.
there's that, and also standards and practices, and like, why is this, people think, oh, this has, okay, so this piece we found out tonight has a retail value of $55. Well, in an insurance settlement, it might be the insurance company would pay $95 because they just want to settle your claim. They don't want to keep it open for years. But if it's a liquidation sale that's being forced by the sheriff and you have 3 days to sell this, well, maybe it's worth $15 in that situation.
They said Barb is too quiet. Well, if somebody has a question for Barb, you can ask it, but I know she wants to eat her pizza, so then she can go eat her pizza.
There's a big difference between resale appraisal and value versus insurance appraisal value, and so it isn't just because someone says this is worth this amount of money. It doesn't. There's different categories. That
Yeah,
falls into.
it depends on the situation, and that's a lot of what they teach you is how to know the difference. And Barb actually has a great collection of cafe ware going on and found some pieces today. How's that going? Have you found anything
It's funny you
else
call that
lately?
cafe ware.
Restaurant wear.
Restaurant ware.
It's going well, but I have become more picky with it, because once you get like a whole closet full of it and you're like, well, I use a lot. I have a lot that I use, kind of slowly getting rid of other dishes and using it. And then so I'm trying to look for either pieces that are ones that match, I already have that pattern, or something really, unique that I really like. So
What's your favorite pattern?
honestly, I don't know the names of many patterns. Like, I really don't. I just kind of, I don't
Do you have
know
a
if I
favorite? Do you have a favorite company that made them?
I probably like Syracuse. I like a lot of Syracuse china.
They did good stuff.
And
They had a lot
what
of
about an arrow, like a date range? You like?
Oh, right. I don't like. I mainly like the older the better.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not anything. I mean, I'm not too into like anything after the 80s or. You know.
Yeah, that makes good sense.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's-
you want to eat your pizza now?
Sure.
She can always talk. She can always talk off camera too.
Ever think of a hands-free filming option like a GoPro?
I have a GoPro.
I do too.
I just don't use it. There's a reason I don't use it, and that's because I personally, I don't know. So I can't see what I'm doing very well when it's happening. You kind of just have to trust what's happening is happening. I don't think the audio is as great, and the video, whenever I watch it back, it looks like everything's like distorted, kind of like fish-eyed. Maybe I didn't know how to use the darn thing, but I like seeing a big screen and a display and knowing like what's happening in real time. Whereas like this little tiny thing, I'm just like, I don't know. Hopefully it's working, but that's my thought.
Yeah, I tried one and I had the same experience, and I think it's better with practice, but I know there's someone, is it Cincinnati Picker, I think, uses one and wears it, and when I watch the videos, they're really interesting, but it's all like within, because it's strapped to the chest, so you see what's in this range, but if there's something cool on the floor or up on the top shelf, you don't see it. So to me, I just like being able to move the camera around it wherever it needs to be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and by the way, this is a tax write-off trip. Somebody mentioned, yes. Of course.
Sure.
Oh, someone had asked, has George ever worked with Dr. Laurie, antique appraiser?
Oh,
I haven't worked with her. I worked with a client who had an appraisal done by her, and it was interesting to see the way that she approached it and the values, but they weren't really defined as to whether, again, was it retail, was it insurance, what it was, and it ended up being a little difficult because the client had very high expectations about the piece based on the appraisal, but I had to explain that that's an insurance value, and what we're doing is selling at retail, and by the time, it also had been several years since the appraisal had been done, so by the time it came to me, the item actually sold for about a third of what the appraisal value was. And that's not anybody's fault. It's just, again, appraisals are opinions of value, and they're at a certain point in time with a certain market conditions. So that's the only direct encounter I've had with Dr. Laurie and her work, but she's very, very knowledgeable. I have to say she's incredibly knowledgeable, especially in the realm of fine art. And I enjoy watching.
why does she
her,
yell all the time?
I
Well,
enjoy
she loves what she's doing, I think.
I think so, and I enjoy watching what she does because I do those kind of appraisal figures too, and it's fun to watch someone else doing the same thing that you do. Oh, that's a good style pointer. Oh, I would do that differently.
Everyone wants to know, what does Laura collect?
What do
That's
you-
like the fifth
everybody-
time someone's asked.
Oh, gosh.
And they say Laura's being way too quiet.
And you're way too quiet.
Well,
It's hard to get a word in edgewise.
Well, I tell you what, it's,
certain people in the room.
once Misty will back me up on this. Once you've been in the business since you were little, you've collected and got rid of, and collected and got rid of, collected, got rid of. So it's always a hard question for me
It changes.
because at the moment I'm into just like reselling, and I'm not doing a whole lot of collecting for my personal collections. In the past, I have had collections of butter pats, which I love.
Yeah.
My grandmother and I, before she passed when I was little, she loved, all the porcelain hands, like the Lefton ones and all that. They'll be, their dresser dishes and ring holders and things like that. So I have a whole box of those somewhere. And then I've had viewers start sending me, the little zoo animals that are wax. You know how you used to go put the money in the machine at the zoo
And
and
they
it would make the
mold it.
wax animals?
Are they plastic or what?
Yeah.
They're wax.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I've
I
seen
mean,
those.
they smell like wax to me, but I don't know. There may be some
Cool.
sort of harder plastic too.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool.
So I have some of those, a little collection of those. So yeah, it
It's
ebbs
hard.
and flows.
Yeah, it changes all the
Very
time.
nice.
Well, and Mary Beth collects some cool stuff. Tell us about your collections.
I do. So yeah, I collect circus artwork. So circus
Ugh.
prints and circus posters, like fair posters.
Clowns?
No
Oh,
clowns.
good.
More like Ferris wheels, roller coasters, animals, stuff like that. And in collaboration with my circus decor, I also collect carnival glass. So it's like
Oh,
carnival and fair themed. So I've got carnival glass along with circus art in my living room.
And she also has some really cool mid-century modern stuff.
I do.
Mhm.
I'm starting a collection of some swung vases. So I'm currently on the look for some really tall purple swung vases in blue. Purple and blue are next on my list.
Yeah, Moldorama was what I was thinking of, but I didn't
Oh,
think they
that's
were,
right, Moldorama.
I thought that was like plastic.
Oh, it could be.
Okay. Because
It's a plastic wax.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's waxy looking. You know?
Okay.
The voice in the background is my husband.
oh yeah, somebody asked earlier who that was. That's a Mark with Misty. So let's meet up, get 1,000 swung vases. Oh. Awesome. For Mary, but will Ruth and Adu be on tonight?
Oh yeah, Ruth Ann's always.
Oh, Ruth Ann's been here all day.
Ruth Ann's been here all day. I'm doing my best job. So yeah.
Oh, Thrift U wants to be problematic. That's an interesting question.
Oh,
What is
submit. That sounds like a Sarah question.
So obviously
Is that a Sarah
it's
question?
me,
Gotta
but
hear this.
It's who is your favorite YouTuber to watch?
Oh.
it's me though. For everybody. That's-
My favorite YouTuber to watch is Liz Retros.
yeah, you love
I
that.
mean, I love Liz Retros, but a non-reselling is Days with Jordan the Lion.
Okay.
He's a travel vlogger. I really like him.
Wow.
I've been watching a lot of Tangerine Travels because they are going through Mexico, and I never wanted to go to Mexico until I found that channel. And they are this young couple who are living down there, and they actually have been stranded down there during this whole time. And it's been really fascinating watching them react to that and how things are different there and how they're dealing with it. And it's also made me realize that Mexico, which is a place that frankly never interested me to travel before, is full of 500-year-old cities with amazing things everywhere you go. And I'm just like, oh, okay, now between that and Tonala pottery and the Mexican sterling, I want to go to Mexico now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of hooked on them for a non-reseller.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know the Vagabond Travels?
Yeah.
Yes.
Debbie Mitchell.
Yeah.
She came and visited at Layman's one time, and she was telling me that she has a house in Mexico very close to where they make Tonala pottery.
Oh, how cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
She had an
We can
awesome
still stay
video.
with her.
She had an awesome
Yes.
video where she was
Has she done that? I missed
interviewing
that.
some of the Tonala makers.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have
I
to
wanna
look that
watch
up.
that one, yeah.
Very nice.
This hotel does not have a bar.
We brought it. Well, they brought our own.
Yes.
Of course we did.
Yes, I'm drinking caramel apple wine.
Nice.
That's crazy. It tastes just like.
You never finished
caramel
everybody
apples.
else's
What?
YouTube channels.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Well, Mary Ellen, what about you?
It's Ruth Ann.
Oh, Mary Ellen.
So, my favorite YouTuber to watch, his channel is DALLMYD. His name is Jake, and he's a scuba diver, and he goes to like these really fun, exciting, like touristy places where people swim or float, and he'll scuba dive and like find treasures down
wow.
underneath the water, and he'll find iPhones and jewelry. But the cool thing is
Crazy.
he goes to like extensive lengths to try to return the items that he finds.
oh, how cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
That's nuts. Misty,
I already said Liz Retros.
Oh, you did.
and
Barb?
Days with Jordan
off
Lion.
camera, she can just be the voice of reason.
Oh gosh. Well, most of my favorite channels are sitting in this room.
Oh, good answer, Barb.
Barb, you stole my answer.
Oh.
That's awesome. And she's just eating her pizza. That's why she's off camera, because she's trying to eat. She's a hungry lady. Awesome.
And what about you, Jeffrey?
I'm so problematic. I don't know. Like I have, I'm really into that. Nobody's gonna even care or know.
I know what he's gonna say. You're a business guy. You're the
Meet Kevin.
yes.
Okay,
meet Kevin.
Meet Kevin. Okay, that's one of them. I do like watching the stock market stuff. But secondly, I'm into this show called Frenemies, and it's just this Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein. It's a podcast. I'm weird. Okay, next. I didn't want to mention that.
I've got one other one
It's just
too
silly.
that I'll mention. I I like silly movies, not very serious movies, and there's these two people that go by the terrible name of movie bitches on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And they're great because they do these critiques in their armchair, and I swear they just, everything they say, I'm like, yes, I saw that movie. Yes, that's exactly right.
Trisha, oh look, some of you are like, Trisha, no, she's had a problematic past, but I'm coming around to her. I just love how real she is, honestly. No matter.
Is she the festival person that planned a festival and then?
No, that's what's that gal's name?
I don't know.
No, it's definitely not that one. No. Trisha Pate is the one who is converting to Judaism, and she was once said that she has disassociated. I'm not getting into all this. Next.
Proud American says, don't ever feel you too ashamed. I subscribe to Smosh.
Okay. Well, like, it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure, as you said. That's what it is, basically. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But, so, I mean, we're not going to be around here too much longer, and then we're going to pop over onto fatbirdfinds channel. What, Misty? What's the Bakelite market been like these days?
It's down, I think, a little bit.
It's been down
I
for
would
years,
agree.
but I think it might be turning around a little. I'm seeing people interested in Bakelite kitchenware right now more than
That was
the
another part of
jewelry.
the question. I've had some Bakelite jewelry, and it's been having a troubled time selling it.
I think with the Bakelite jewelry, they want carved and they're afraid of fakes. The thing is, you can tell most Bakelite, if you get that simichrome polish and you get a nice cotton cloth or even a paper towel, and you put a little bit of simichrome on it and then you wipe it, you will see a tobacco stain, and it's terrible to say, but that is the formaldehyde in Bakelite coming out, and that way you know for sure it's real. Some people use the sniff test. I don't have a good sense of smell. I can't use that. It doesn't work for me. And
I can't really tell it by smell
I
either.
can.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic.
If I like warm it and then rub it
Rub
and
it and
smell
smell.
it.
Oh, there's
sometimes-
one other thing about Bakelite to mention too. If you're in a cabinet and the smell is really strong and vinegary, not only do you not want to buy the piece that smells like that, but don't buy anything in that entire cabinet, because if Bakelite gets that sickness, it spreads it to all the other Bakelite around it.
Really?
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it can be really, really bad. So if you have a piece that smells like really, really strongly, get rid of it.
Do you keep up with politics or avoid it?
Avoid it.
We're not going
Avoid
to
it.
talk about it, but I keep up with it. I just don't. I avoid talking about it. That's all.
I tend to just live in a bubble. I don't watch the news.
I used to, but like
I
sometimes it's fun to look.
No.
Like you're like, oh, what's going on in the world now?
I finally decided to stop looking, and I have to admit I've been a lot more tranquil since
I
that.
see. That's what I do. I don't want that
I used to be
negativity.
into it, watched it every day, felt really like I know what's going on, and then I started realizing that no, I know what someone's telling me is going on, and that turned out to not always be the case. So I just thought, meh.
Everyone's favorite song.
That's so ridiculous.
Gosh.
So ridiculous.
Oh
Well,
gosh.
because there's so many good ones.
By decade, by genre, I mean,
By
where do you
band.
start? Yeah.
Your favorite band? I
Oh.
know what
I just watched a documentary.
Drew Ellens is.
Or
Um,
Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, that's up on very high on my list too. We share that in common. Yes.
Did you guys watch the documentary on Netflix called Studio 54? It's about the discotheque.
That's one I wanted to watch though.
Studio 54 in New York City. I liked that documentary actually, and so this morning I have a Google thing in my bathroom, and I was playing discotheque because I'm like, I'm into it. Like, let's not be like crazy about it. I just wanted to like experience what it was like to be strung out.
My all-time favorite singer, a musician, is Willie Nelson.
That says a lot about you.
If you've seen him in Mark, he puts on a good show, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He has an amazing show, and he is like not a young spring chicken,
Oh no.
and he is up there. I love Willie
Oh,
Nelson.
Misty, that just reminded me. I didn't bring it up here with me, but in my room, I have brought you 2 vinyl albums of Liberace.
Oh yeah, Liberace too. I love him.
I have found them. I found one in his early days.
I'm reading his biography right now.
Yes, so I brought those to you, so I wouldn't have to ship them. Yes, I know you're into it now.
I love
you
him.
can like just display them somewhere.
I would love to spend an afternoon with him. I think he's a fun guy.
I think we need to chip in and get Misty a giant candelabra that she can have on her show every time, and she
I should have brought my little Liberace doll with me. He could have rode my little cart and my flea market cart. Here we go.
Run down and get that for flipping and sipping. I'll have to show those.
Interesting.
Interesting.
You know what's great about this is there are actually 740 people who are just living for this right now. They're just like, yes, queen. So you think collecting varies by region? Of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yes. for
That's
sure.
what got me into the travel pre-eBay was that, you weren't able to just dial up things from other areas, but when you would go to those areas, you'd find them. And it is amazing how regional it is. I bought a couple of pieces of shearwater pottery at a mansion sale in Atlanta. I did a video a few weeks ago about, and I had so many people from outside the Southeast. It was made in Mississippi. It sold to someone in Mississippi who knew what it was and had been to the place, but I had so many people from outside go, that is really cool, I've never seen that before. So there still are things that are known in an area, but not known by everybody. And that's what's cool about old stuff. It's not like nowadays where every store has the same thing everywhere you go. And that's part of what makes collecting so much fun to me.
I just saw a random joke and I'm just like, I dumbed down and I'm just like, huh?
Yeah, for example, George, do you know what Anderson pottery is? I had never seen that before, and Jocelyn had it on her channel, and I thought that must be regional. That must be something that you see in the north and stuff a lot.
I
Because
think
it was all
so.
kinds of critters, there were like
It was really
sea
neat, and
otters and
I
all
have to be
that.
honest, it was new to me, and I do think it must be regional. I'd never seen it before. And there are certain companies like Shearwater, for example, and maybe Anderson, where they don't distribute retail. You have to go to the factory to get it, and so
Mhm.
those things really tend to stay in their area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lovely. So, let's see. Oh, Blue Girl wants to know what's the next up and coming thing to be, popular or collected.
I keep saying
The
things
80s?
from the 80s. Yep.
That's what I say. We have these cycles, and the cycles have to do with the generations that are wanting to relive their childhood for one reason. And honestly, there's just this nostalgic look back, I think. Gen Z, is it that we're coming up on? They're just seeing those things back in the 80s, which is interesting though. I will say the 80s, and then you'll go to the 80s and there's lots of Art Deco moments happening, and that was 40 years prior, pretty much, like back in there. And you're going to see those kind of clamshell chairs, and it's just interesting. So there's cycles through everything.
And I'm seeing Art Deco start to pick up again, and the prices are starting to rise after having fallen for a while. So I definitely think that's true.
There's a lot of great things from the 80s that can come back now. We've got the clear glass. We've got, what else? Name.
Oh,
the
gosh.
fancy.
One that should not is the geese.
The blue, the geese with the
The thing
Blue
of
ball
it is,
geese.
they're so mass produced. They're everywhere. That's
They
why you
are.
see them in every thrift store.
But
Um,
you will start to see some people
Right.
collecting them. I've actually had a few
False
people say, "Oh, I like those.
You-
I'm collecting the
You know
blue
what I
geese."
want to come back is brown furniture. I want
Yes.
natural wood furniture to come back. I've been buying it. I love it because there's the natural wood grain. I honestly have never really liked paint on furniture.
Me either, Jeffrey. It's really refreshing to hear somebody else say that, because when I see somebody paint furniture, it just does something to me. It hurts my feelings.
You know what? It kind of gets under my skin whenever, and I feel bad because there might be some of you out there that do this. They're like, look, I just bought this and I chalk painted it, and now I'm going to sell it. And I'm like, did you at least try to sell it before you did anything to it? Because I'm sure you could have done it.
But it might have been in bad shape.
That's the
That's
caveat. If it's like terrible, or if the wood is just junk wood,
Or if we've had a couple pieces
the
of
veneer that come off.
the
or something.
veneer, like the bird's eye maple, and the veneers coming off the top and stuff like that.
Right.
I think if you can repaint bits that aren't, like maybe just the top of it, and leave some of that natural wood. At least leave some of it.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think that the repurposing is great. And again, it's sort of like with an old car. You wouldn't take a perfect condition old car and turn it into a hot rod, but if it's been in a wreck or it's rusted out and you got to replace stuff anyway, then have fun. And to me, it's the same with furniture. There's plenty of stuff that needs help that you can play with, but it drives me nuts. I was watching Flea Market Flip, and I watched them take a piece that they could have sold as it was for $500 and chop it apart and paint it and turn it into something, and then they sold it for $200 and were really proud of themselves. And I was just like, what a waste that was. So
I think ephemera is going up in value too.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, we were talking today, Jeffrey and I, he bought a really great plateau mirror, which I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
he'll show
I
you at
love. I
some
need to get
point.
that back from you because
Oh,
it was in your
It's in
car.
our, it's in
It
our
is.
car.
Okay,
No, you have it back.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, the plateau mirror is beautiful. It's a nice vanity tray, mirrored, and just
Yeah, great detail around the edge, very Victorian. And he and I were talking about how we're starting to see millennials being interested in Victorian. And we haven't seen a new generation interested in Victorian for probably 25 or 30 years.
I think the overly simplistic, mid-century vibe, IKEA, all of that, I think that's starting to go away, finally, in my opinion, in favor of more things with style. Curves, expression, variance, and it's about time. And I think, in general, we're going to go from minimalism to maybe maximalism.
Oh, I'm already there.
I wouldn't be surprised if we took that.
Michelle, at Comfy Cozy Living, are you listening?
Yes.
I have a feeling.
Yeah,
Maybe
My
it's just-
mom, are you listening? You're coming back to style.
I have a sense that that's true. There is something that is being bandied about, though, that I think is
What
not
did
true.
you say?
I keep bandied about.
What does that mean?
Oh, meaning that people are talking like it's a fact that,
Oh.
it's 100 years old, it's going to come back into style again. And I've got to tell you, every time I've seen something turn 100 years old, it falls out of favor in collecting. It does not come back into favor. Victorian fell out of favor about the time it was 100 years old. Arts and crafts was hot as could be in the 1990s. When it turned 100 years old around 1910,
I remember
the
that.
prices started to fall. So I don't think there's hard and fast
Admission.
rules like that.
Hard-
Admission,
yeah.
yeah. And so I just, I think you, honestly, it's all to what you like personally. That's the great thing about collecting. It doesn't matter if you love it. That's the thing you should have. And everyone else, the nice thing is it's already old, it's already gone out of style, so it can be your style, and you don't have to worry about whether it's in style or out of style or in fashion.
Neo Victorian is a new design style. What is Neo Victorian? What do you think that would be?
Well,
So Neo is new.
right, I assume it's like,
Cottagecore.
yeah, I hope it's not reproductions of old stuff, because Victorian already was kind of, by the time you got to the end of the Victorian period, there was a lot of mass-produced garbage that was just like, we'll borrow a style from this, okay, a little bit of French Renaissance and a little bit of Italian this and
The
this.
70s has it too.
And the 70s did the same thing, and so there's a fine line to walk with that. So we'll see what neo-Victorian
Neoclassical Victorian. That's a mouthful.
really means. Neoclassical, yeah. Well,
I like neoclassic.
I do too.
Grandma chic.
My mom, she's an antique dealer her whole life, has been, and her favorite saying to tell me is, you know what, if I knew what would sell, I would be rich.
Right.
You never know what's going to sell. It's really hard to predict. Like, something might sell at Misty's sale all day long, and I might have trouble selling it. Even as much as in the same community, it's hard to predict what's going to be
Jeffrey and I
popular.
had that
True.
conversation about ephemera.
Well, it's just the market that you've got to watching and your demographic.
That's what I mean. It
comes
could
down
just
to.
be anywhere in the country. It could
Well,
be different.
Yeah, and it's even varies from live sales. Like
Why are the Kokeshi dolls so popular?
they are.
Maybe
Are they
did Jocelyn? I think Jocelyn popularized.
I sold one for $84 on eBay. 40.
So we're talking
Maybe.
about Japanese things in
They're
general.
wooden Japanese Kokeshi dolls.
So is it just Japan? So is it just those, or is it like maybe? See, now I know in the 80s, I think that was really big too. The Japanese
Japanese was really in,
Chinese.
and then the Japanese fell off when their economy fell off, and then the Chinese became more popular because they had money and wanted to buy back all their stuff that had come to the West for centuries. So, it's different now because we're in a global market. So when you start talking
Yeah.
about internationally made things, you competing with a whole bunch of people. A friend of mine used to go to Sotheby's all the time, and he said the last he does Chinese art and artifacts, and the last time he went, he said he was the
Oh, wow.
everyone else was from
Really?
China. And he said the prices were so sky high that he said, I shouldn't say he was the only, I think he said he and 2 English people, and the English people walked out after the first few bits and just said, oh, we're not going to be able to afford anything. So, you know, there's, depending what you collect, there could be more competition.
Someone said
The
that.
paint by number question is kind of interesting.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, they asked why are the paint by numbers so popular? I am going to speculate and say because, first of all, you said you could paint. I saw that was part of your question. Yes, a lot of those crafted things, you're like, well, I could do that. I will say that paint by numbers take a long time to do.
Amen.
They can tell you.
And
Hello.
secondly, there is this nostalgic factor and this handcrafted thing about like, oh, this was like made, like somebody did this. So that it has the age, somebody did it. It just has that kind of provenance built into
It's
it.
kind of a pop culture thing.
It's
Yeah.
pop culture. It's almost folk artsy.
And it's also a little bit kitschy. It was
Yes.
not really considered high taste at the time, and
It's
that's
tacky.
what makes it
Yeah.
fun now.
Good.
Is
Yeah.
that it's good tacky if it was done well.
It's it's kind of like pop art. That's true. Yeah, very good. So I would say for all those reasons.
Someone was asking that, I had seen that, she loves uranium glass, but her husband is afraid of it.
The levels in uranium glass, from what I've read, are like
2%?
they're two. I didn't see you're given a number, and I didn't. Even,
No, but that's what I have seen, was like a 2%.
Well, then you have to wonder how much is actually coming out of the glass, and after so long, very little, I would imagine, is actually coming out of the glass and leaching out. Now they do say that with crystal. That was a common fear with crystal and
With lead.
of lead poisoning coming out of the glass. But I think that's mostly true with acidic drinks like wine. But I think if you're just doing it quickly and you're consuming, I don't think it's a huge problem. But what would you speak to about uranium glass?
Well, my understanding is that the uranium salts and uranium oxides are inert when they're cold. The danger was for the employees making this stuff. Apparently, especially in the Victorian era, almost everybody who hand blew Vaseline glass died a horrible cancerous death at a young age.
Ooh.
Because they were breathing in that stuff and they just didn't know better then. There was a lot of industrial disease back then. And so by the 20th century, they started only, that's why you see pressed items, like the bowl that Barb sold earlier tonight is a pressed piece because a machine could do it in a mold, and so a person didn't have to be there getting the vapors. But I understand that if it's cold, it's inert. And I had when I first was in the business, we had a guy from the junior college come down, and he was a science professor, and he brought his Geiger counter, and the uranium glass and the Fiesta with the orange that has a little bit of it in, it didn't have any more in it than your television does as far as radiation effect.
Microwave.
But we had a thing called a revigorator that looked like a crock, and it was a water cooler, and it had this great graphic about how put your water in here and the revigorator will reinvigorate you because it puts a little bit of the uranium into your water because it was in the blaze. And he put the thing up, and that thing went off the charts,
Wow.
and we all freaked out and were like, oh my God, we shouldn't even be in here with it. And he said, thankfully, he said, this is so fascinating, I'm going to buy it. And he had a lead glass case he went back to the college and brought and put in and carried it away. And
Oh my
he
God.
used it to show his students what people used to think was okay.
Wow.
So that one was frightening, and that was like the thing we didn't expect. So sometimes you never know.
I still need to watch Radium Girls.
Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
But listen, the movie, I was a little disappointed in the movie.
Oh.
There was like, they had added, like, they tried to make it a love story, and I just wanted to know the
I
facts.
want to get to the point.
I want to know the
Yeah.
facts.
I'm like that too sometimes. Guess what though? We are gonna wrap this up because it is 9 o'clock and
Yeah,
Fat
we're
Bird Finds
cutting
coming on, which is right here.
We're getting into our fun time.
Yeah, we're trying
Although
to be.
this is fun too.
Yeah, we're basically gonna be doing something kind of similar, but I think more informal over there.
Fix a drink before you come over.
Yep. Short intermission while we get set up. Fix yourself a drink, and we're gonna have 5 mystery boxes, so you won't want to miss that.
And this is Fat Bird Finds. If
Oh,
you
yes.
haven't been to their channel before,
F-
please come over
Fat
to Fat
Bird
Bird
Finds.
Finds.
FAT BIRD
B-I-R-D.
FINDS. Okay, so we're gonna meet you over there
TTFN.
for now, babies. Babies. All right.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Bye bye.